Healthcare currently operates under a glaring paradox. The people trained to treat patients are spending the vast majority of their days typing about them. Look at this stacked bar chart based on American Medical Association data. For every 8 hours of scheduled patient care, physicians are spending an average of 5.8 hours managing the electronic health record. This clerical overflow routinely spills into the evenings, creating a phenomenon the medical community calls pajama time. It is exhausting, and the AMA reports it is a direct driver of a 43.2% burnout rate among physicians. The mechanical choke point is clinical documentation. A standard 15-minute patient encounter generates audio dictation that takes 30 to 45 minutes to manually transcribe, review, and map when handled by an in-house team. Relying on manual, unoptimized transcription forces highly paid specialists to act as data entry clerks. It restricts the number of patients a clinic can see and steadily degrades the well-being of the practice's top talent. To speed this up, many practices turn to off-the-shelf software, utilizing generic, AI-only speech-to-text engines to translate audio into clinical notes. This visualization shows the output accuracy of consumer-grade speech recognition. While the main cluster of data represents accurate text, you see a dense spread of anomaly points. That is the 15 to 25% error rate inherent in unreviewed AI transcription. In a clinical setting, a 20% failure rate means incorrect medication dosages, omitted symptoms, and even AI hallucinations that insert entirely fabricated medical treatments into a patient's chart. Standard legacy transcription services fail in a different way, frequently taking 5 to 10 days to return a completed note. That delay creates a hard bottleneck for prior authorizations, billing submissions, and follow-up care. Adopting standalone AI or relying on sluggish human typing pools doesn't solve the documentation problem. It simply replaces a time management issue with serious clinical and legal liability. The most effective workflows combine the two approaches into an AI plus human hybrid model, engineered specifically for the demands of modern healthcare. The process starts with a specialized medical speech-to-text engine. Because it is trained on clinical vocabulary, it instantly generates a first draft transcript at 85 to 90% accuracy. Then, the crucial human-in-the-loop phase begins. Trained transcriptionists audit that initial AI draft against the original audio, correcting complex formatting and ensuring clinical meaning is preserved. This pushes the final accuracy to 99% or better. Generic reviewers inevitably make generic errors, so these human transcriptionists must be specialty matched. A cardiology note requires an entirely different baseline of knowledge than oncology or neurology. By layering human oversight on top of artificial intelligence, a practice achieves the rapid processing speed of automation while maintaining the exact precision required for patient safety. A highly optimized transcription lifecycle follows a strict 6-step pathway to convert a provider's raw audio into a verified, compliant record. Provider dictation feeds an AI engine, generating a draft. A specialist reviews terminology and formats text. The system maps this verified text into the EHR. The formatted note returns for signature within 24 hours, before permanent archive via HIPAA-compliant encryption. This integrated workflow replaces manual data entry with automated mapping. It targets the core of the documentation burden, reclaiming hours of provider time that would otherwise be spent on pajama time charting. Optimizing this workflow goes beyond operational speed. It heavily impacts the practice's balance sheet when you calculate the actual financial cost of clinical documentation. Hiring an in-house medical transcriptionist costs $60,800 a year, fully loaded with benefits and overhead. Compare that to an outsourced virtual medical assistant. The identical coverage requires a $21,600 flat fee. The net gain is substantial, saving $39,200 annually, achieving a 64% cost reduction. The math leaves little room for debate. Managing clinical documentation internally through direct employment is rapidly becoming an unsustainable legacy expense. Often, the only thing keeping administrators from upgrading their systems is the assumption that onboarding a new workflow will disrupt patient care. In reality, deployment is highly efficient. A dedicated outsourced team can go live in 48 to 72 hours, with comprehensive EHR mapping and provider integration completed in under 2 weeks. And that rapid deployment operates under strict compliance. Reputable vendors secure their workflows with stringent HIPAA, SOC 2, ISO 27001, and HITRS certifications, ensuring patient data is continuously encrypted. Moving to a hybrid outsourced transcription model is a direct intervention that protects the financial health of the practice, ensures clinical accuracy, and returns hours of essential time to the people providing care.